Hello and welcome back to the Hollywood Actor's Guide to Surviving the Film and Television Industry. My dear actors, directors, writers, friends out there, what do you think of when you think of a salesperson? You probably might say ick and ugh and pushy and aggressive. And you might picture a guy in an ugly suit trying to sell you a car, and it's all of these negative impressions. Make sure that as an actor, you are not coming off as a disgusting salesperson to those in the industry. So many of you are so pushy and so ugly when you're reaching out for help that it is automatically a blacklist turn off. I actually had to block somebody emailing me this week because I couldn't just open the door and give them a role in a Marvel film. I'm like, dude, if I could do that for myself, I would do that for myself. You obviously don't understand the industry. They didn't even have a headshot or resume or reel. And my goodness, did they put such a bad taste in my mouth. And if I've ever come across their name or see them in an audition, even if they work really hard, I don't know if I would give them a second chance. It was so negative. So just take a look at your career and how you reach out to people and make sure that you are not coming into that audition room feeling like at the traditional negative vibe that we have for salespeople, because as actors, we are selling ourselves. And so it is really easy to fall into those old school 1980s, 1990s tropes about what we think of sales because we think that's what we need to do to succeed. And it's not. I think what we need to do is to really focus on your strengths. Heidi Klum has a great quote. She said, "I think it's important to get your surroundings as well as yourself into a positive state, meaning surround yourself with positive people, not the kind who are negative and jealous of everything you do." So right. All of you out there have chosen arguably one of the most difficult careers in the world. And bitterness is rampant. Always surround yourself with actors who are working seriously on their craft and are truly in love with the industry. Kick out anybody in your circle that feels like a used car salesman, because those are usually your bitter actors that are going to drag you down instead of push you up. Just because you have had a bad experience with a director or an audition or even fellow actors, it does not mean that the entire industry is corrupt and against you. The more you surround yourself with working professionals, the more you will find they are loving, compassionate human beings who are here to help. It's the desperation of the bottom feeders who are unwilling to work hard that you should not trust. Of course, there are bad fish at the top, but the beautiful thing is that we've begun to weed those people out as well. Know that we are entering a more enlightened era, and don't be afraid to speak up if something isn't right. You know you're with the right people when they celebrate your victory and the victory of your friends without envy or jealousy. If you hear they only got the part because blah, 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 and it doesn't end with they are a great actor and they worked so hard for this, then you are with the wrong people. Your clan will include people that share the same values and work ethic you have. When you have an audition, they will jump at the chance to help you rehearse. They will not try to steal the audition from you and try to crash it. Side note, audition crashing. Showing up in an audition when you are not invited by casting. I heard this worked a long time ago, but new casting directors are very likely to blacklist you. Now, I have heard of actors sending in self-tapes and it working for them. I say proceed with caution if you do this, and you damn well better have the most spectacular self-tape in the freaking world if you're going to do that. You will also sense that you have the right people around you when you are not the smartest person in the room. You are not the most talented. You're not the one booking the most roles or getting the most auditions. If you are, you need to find more people that are further along their career to keep you motivated and positive. Just like in a relationship, You don't want to tell the industry that they are in the wrong about everything. They'll fight against it. For instance, take auditions. Actors like to complain about how horrible auditions are and how unfair the process is. And now we're on Zoom and it's just not fair that we have to do lighting and sound and we have to be technicians. Yeah, it's true. It's a terrible process that doesn't make sense or even replicate the experience you will actually have on set. If there really was a better way, I truly think casting directors would be the first to jump on it. It's the process. We are all stuck with it. So you have a choice. Go in with a bad attitude or decide that every time you are going to make it fun, spontaneous, and effective as possible. I think that we forget that casting directors can be afraid as well. Maybe this is the first session a casting associate is running by themselves. Be remembered as the actor that made it easy for them. What if the casting director just got a text from their boyfriend saying, "We need to talk"? They have real lives too. That's why you should never complain about traffic walking into the room. You'll look like a terrible person for having a small complaint when the director's dog just died this morning. Be the light in the room. Make it about them and solving their casting problem, not about you. Most sessions are running behind. A lot of times they won't even notice that you're late. Don't bring it up. Also remember that once they've decided you can do the job, they are now figuring out if they want to spend the rest of the shoot schedule with you. So be pleasant. Become a solution for the industry, not a problem for the casting office. So that is all I have for you this week. No more Uggy salesmanly stuff. Be the light in the room, break a leg out there, and remember, you are not alone. We are supported and sponsored by weaudition.com. Weaudition.com. Use promo code HAG25, that's HAG25, Hollywood Actors Guide 25, to save 25% off of your subscription every month. If you need a reader for your auditions, if you need to make some extra money and be a reader for others in their auditions, if you'd like to see what a pilot script looks like, you may get to do that by helping out another actor on their audition on this site. That's weaudition.com, promo code HAG25, HAG25.